Once again, we have a game of ITSL. We're playing ienaplissken, who I am 0-5 against lifetime, so it would be a delight to book a win. But he's a great player, so I can live with that. We're here to have a good time. We're back on play deck following the Saito tournament loss to Francipants. But good news, there's a third place playoff and we're playing David Lancashire. So that will be on at some point once we get a time in. But let's get on with this game now. Thanks to the ITSL Hunter, as always, for organising games. And let's go and say hello to Oppo. Could be good if I can type. Okay, with a 60-minute clock. Wow, that's a lot of red cards. Decal and D-star. Well, I mean, as long as we don't get purged, it's not so bad. But that makes me want to keep containment and headline Marshall plan. Open 4-5. Interesting. So let's go ahead and do Marshall plan because we've got Suez, so De Gaulle's the only really bad one. Yes, and if we get purged, we can event containment. Let's go with that. But my goodness, what a host of red cards. We're going to have to event Suez at some point because we've got Decal and D-Style. NASA could be worse. What's the rest of my hand? Korean War. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the 8th is Marshall Plan. That's all fine. All right, so let's tot up all of these places. And then NASA goes off. We do not have a ton of seductive operations cards, thanks to the host of red, and they get a nice big coup to commence. Okay. So what do we want to do here? We can drop 2 in Jordan to make sure we're not wiped out of the Middle East immediately. Counter coup with Korean War. Some amount of presence in the Middle East feels like it's necessary. But yeah, whew, boy howdy. It's worth 5 VP at the moment. Ugh. Yeah, we can get a counter coup, but when it flubs, we're in so much trouble. So we can go Romanian abdication to Lebanon, and then they can coup there. I mean, NASA into the coup is a huge Middle East swing for the Reds. So it's a key question. Don't want to start the game on the wrong foot, but if we play Suez, we then lose Europe domination and give them an opportunity to pitch Europe for cheap. But they need to be holding one or the other, and there's no guarantee they are. So if we go Suez, 2 Jordan, 1 France. Doesn't feel great. Let's see how much of an idiot I'm made out to be. I mean, if they drop Europe scoring, I just grit my teeth, I guess. At least with one in Turkey, we can, in theory, get back in via Syria, potentially. But either way, it's not great. You got it? You don't got it. Influence. Sensible. That's all good. Well done them. So what's next? I'm going to event capture Nazi. And if they've got a scoring card, well done them. They do! Well done. Well, with Asia having scored, I'm going to event Korean War. Because we've still got decol and D-style, so we don't have a leg to stand on. Well, that's nice. Could have done that last AR, but, you know, there's no guarantee it would have paid off. So I will space decol, Romanian abdication into France. That does explain the 4-5 setup. I mean, they don't have Europe scoring now, so let's space decol. Romanian abdication, finish with containment. But boy howdy, rough start. Despite the Marshall planning. Yes. For sure. I'm gonna coup Libya. Iran's just like a realignment waiting to happen anyway. Oh, neatly done. Living the dream. Well, with Europe having not scored, I'm going to overtake France. We'll get our coup in. But yeah, gonna have to fade de Gaulle and socialist governments. But fundamentally, we need to score Europe to keep afloat here. Yes, not shabby. Right, so coup Libya. Well, that's nice. I'm thinking we purge him. Yeah. Because that does defend against de Gaulle. If it does drop. But we could be in a bad way in the Middle East. Vietnam revolts. Also somewhat problematic. But it might mean we get Europe off. So we got that going for us. Unless he's got 5-year plan. That'd be the next thing. One up coup fails. So, I guess we want to threaten Thailand? And we can go into Saudi. So let's do that. And if they take Thailand, we'll coup Iran and hope for a big number. But if they have a failed coup, no, they're going Thailand. Very sensible. So we'll coup. Iran for Pakistan. Yep. 5 or 6, please. That'd be lovely. Pretty please. Oh, thank you. So if we take Saudi, we can get domination. Indo-Pakistani war's not come out yet, but they'll probably take Pakistan here. Although Middle East hasn't scored, and they know that. I mean, this is a better turn 2, but I lost a lot of ground in turn 1, so, you know. But I'm not going to be greedy. We got dealt decon D-style, Marshall Plan triggered, yada yada yada. Could be a lot worse. Thinking about Pakistan versus Saudi here. Yeah, this will be NATO, I guess, or US, Japan. Yeah. Pakistan. Yeah, well done. We will finish taking Saudi. And they'll probably respond by taking Lebanon. They get space, so we will drop Middle East for Dom, which is a good result for us. That's a big turnaround there. Oh, I'd really like them to have Europe. That'd make me get a bit of breathing room. Instead, they're using the China card. Yeah, overprotect. Very sensible. Stay ahead in Asia. We space Fidel. And if they blockade us, we pitch D-Star and use Comicom. So, they've got it as well. The dog. Well done. That's rough. Could have done with that. Such is life. Right, so we'll use Comic-Con to jam Pakistan and overtake France against De Gaulle, even though Europe's been scored. Well, it's definitely been a good couple of turns for USSR all told. But we got hold of D-Style. If we get dealt Indo-Pakistani War, we've got a nice little headline opportunity. Let's see. We did get it. And we were redealt Middle East, which is very scoreable. So we got De Gaulle, Indo-Pakistani War. They got Truman and NATO. We got Olympic Games. They got blockade. And they got socialist governments. And we were redealt 3 cards. Fidel and Special Relationship. Well, I guess we got no rush to play Indo-Pakistani War. In which case, well, I suppose the advantage is where they have Asia scoring. But they need to be reshuffled it. Middle East scoring is just the safer headline with Nasagon, yeah. Because there's literally nothing they can do to interfere there. And it bags us another 3. Then if they take a coup, we can take Pakistan. Albeit with the China card, given our lack of... Although we could play 3 India, 2 Pakistan to make them use NATO. If we can force them into using NATO, special relationship triggers, so that's a bonus. Although they don't know we have it because it was reshuffled. The worst thing we could be headlined against is Purge, because we don't have any 4-op cards. Yeah, straight sock gov. That seems straightforward. Kuam, Panama, or Iran? Having a good think here, but there we go. We're going to see a coup? No. Fascinating. Just a straight deal with Asia. Well done. No argument there. Doesn't mean we get the coup, which we will absolutely take, however bad Asia is. Well, so next up we will retake West Germany and the UK to event special relationship. We can space Fidel, hold D-Style against blockade, event into Pakistani war for a speculative 1 in 6? That seems awful. I suppose we want to use, if they don't overprotect Pakistan, we use the China card to take Pakistan to get a 1 in 3 on India. They're absolutely going to put 1 in Pakistan right now. They'd be insane to do anything else. Very wise. Right, so in that case, we will accept the fact that Asia is balked for the time being. Redominate Europe, just in case. If they've got Asia scoring again, well done them. But we will special relationship for 2VP. Having faded D-Style, and if we're lucky enough to get Decol to space again next turn, it could have gone worse. But like, yeah, Southeast Asia's real bad. I mean, with Middle East scored, that's all right for me. I'm not upset about that. Lebanon is still empty, which is kind of weird at this point. And maybe that is problematic with Muslim Rev still in the deck, but with Jordan, Iran, and Saudi, it's hard to get swept out of the Middle East. Do I give up on the 1 in 6 Indo-Pakistan? I think I do. So I think I'm going to take Lebanon. And before decall, I will put another one in Angola, rather than Israel. I do need to get into Zaire now I've done that. So if we special relationship into France, I can then... Yeah, fine. So if I special relationship into France, I can then not blockade, de Gaulle take Algeria and Zaire. Alright, we don't know any more of their cards. We shall see. But Asia and Southeast Asia is so bad. But the rest of the board could be a damn sight worse, so I'm not going to complain. Don't want to think that me complaining about Asia means I'm complaining about the game as a whole. Alright, Cambridge 5 has gone. So yeah, here I like de Gaulle, 2 Algeria, 1 Zaire. Yep, sure. Don't 5-year plan Europe away. Dang it. Don't do it again. So yeah, I mean, when Asia chickens, oh, if you've got it, I'm gonna be so mad. Unbelievable. Well, that's 10 VP we're never getting back. Well, lamentably, with we don't need to worry about control yet, so I'm going to space Fidel. Asia is, of course, bad. But getting up to 10 VP, considering we lost 10 in... I mean, what's our headline here? Is it grain sales, or do we purge them again? We've got a few options. We could defect as well. Man, getting burned twice on Europe, real nasty. CIA is gone. So I guess the question is, what are the advantages of grain sales? We hold the China card. So I guess we're just making them play all their horrible cards. But we have no way of stopping Asia or Southeast Asia for now. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, it's either got to be defectors or grain sales, doesn't it? The advantage of grain sales is that Africa, barring an ABM treaty or a brush war, is pretty good. I guess it's always good to steal a card, isn't it? Let's grade him. So, yeah, well, that's a risk. So if we event cube missile crisis, they can't have any more coups, but that doesn't really matter because we're cooing. It does mean we can walk into Cameroon Saharan states. But we won't get Milops. No, we can because of Southeast African states, so yeah. Let's event CMC. So, like, taking South Africa and covering Zaire are quite important. But we should be able to get Milops, go into Colombia, stuff like that. I guess we've got to spread our wings and fly here before they get a chance. Well, that's a pretty good chance for them. So, let's overprotect South Korea. Okay, let's think about this again. Okay, I'm not purging them. I accept that. So we want to hold US-Japan for now, because you don't want to let their eyes light up at the prospect. Is that better? Flower Power, we will bury you. ABM nuclear test ban still in the deck. I mean, that means they can't drop Africa scoring for 0 if they do have it. Let's keep the pressure up in Africa. Because if they flip back Angola now, we can just take Nigeria and South Africa. But if we get Milops and we use Nixon for 2VP, maybe hold defectors? There is a way we could sneak a VP win before even any of the Asia cards land on our heads. But yeah, getting into South America is useful too. Okay. I am accepting that South Korea is lost to me as well, because we've still got time to take Japan. Denying control will be important, of course. Oof. Big oof. There goes our VP hopes. But well done them. Let's see, shot dipper's gone. What have they been using? Nuclear test ban and OPEC. Okie dokie. So we will go into Colombia and take South Africa. I mean, that's fairly flimsy, especially with Asia as bad as it is. But we've got Europe, we've got Africa, we're moving into South America. We'll need to bag some Milops. I mean, that's good for us if we can see Asia scoring a lone gunman. Perfect. Asia, Warsaw, Lipthy. That makes me feel better about them having pitched Europe twice. We'll keep Colonial Regards and Bear Trap in for sure. So 4 Space D Star, 4 Space, 5 Space Muslim, 6 Coup Somewhere, 7 Take Panama and Venezuela, yeah? In which case Nixon's not. Yeah, so let's Coup. It's worth 2 VP either way. So Panama and Venezuela. That does indeed need to be spaced. So now we can't space 2 cards. Should have spaced first. Whoops. Well, I missed anyway. So now we're holding Muslim Rev. 6 to Venezuela. And then to Brazil as well. And then whoever gets Hunter is seeing a fairly big swing. Hunter, ABM, and Brush are the big old cards. Right, let's just quickly tot these up and make sure I've not missed too many. 3, 6, 22 discarded cards. 23 now with nuclear subs. Nope, missed some. 3, 6, 9, 17 discards removed. 18 removed. Oh, really bad at tracking cards. 5-year plan went as well. Yeah. None of them. None of them. Buh, 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 buh. Right, so I'm having too much fun talking as usual. So I am going to go to Venezuela, one Panama, one Japan. Right, let's quickly work out what I've failed to EEU. There we go. 3, 6, 9, 24 discarded cards, and there's now 25. So what's the 25th? Oh boy. Oh yeah, the US Japan I've used. Good, right, I'm up to date there. And then removed cards. I have removed a MiC, okay. Independent nuclear. Yep. Marshall NATO. Yep. NATO's in the discards, not the removed, so that means I've missed another card somewhere. Good thing he's busy. Removed 18. 3, 6, 9, 18. Yes, good. But then there's one more discarded card. Okay, so containment will go defectors, 2 Brazil, 1 Japan. That's fine. Come on, Hunter. Come on, Brush. Come on, ABM. None of them. Not a single sausage. We're not headline peaking, but we can missile envy because duck and cover's gone. And we've got We Will Bury You a Muslim. So, do we like that? I don't see any other headline. I mean, there is We Will Bury You to stop them queuing, but it's at the cost of 3 VP. Missile Envy almost always pulls arms race in this situation. But Flower Power would be a good pull. Let's Missile Envy him. It's a good one for a laugh. Hyundai is just access. It's good access. Come on, Flower Power. Or ABM. But more Flower Power. Nice coup on Zaire. Here we go. So they get to level up South America, which is jolly good for them. But we do have African control, which is very nice for us. Yeah. Shame about South America. I don't think there's a lot we can do about that under the circumstances, so let's take Mexico before Hunter. Not that they're likely to have Hunter. And with Fidel currently in the discard. Oh, well done them. Well done, well done. So we need to think about this. If we space We Will Bury You, we can hold Decol and Muslim by using the China card. But if we're going to do that, we might as well space Decol and hold We Will Bury You and Muslim. Because we're on a 2-op square. Yeah. And now we have to use the China card before they use Cultural Revolution. Which could prove embarrassing. Which they didn't. Good. Phew. Central America's gone. Oh man, Africa scoring would be so good. So we will use the China card. Alliance of Progress for 4 VP looks nice. So yeah, Alliance of Progress and Camp David. Yusuri's still in the deck somewhere to try and purloin the China card again. Real shame about South America. Hunter and ABM will be major cards again there. Headline Peaking's going to come in with one small step gone. So if we get to 13, I mean, they'll get Milop. So let's say 13 VP this turn. That makes Africa decisive with Asia gone. So we can try and keep a foot on the neck. We really kind of want Arsenal to pitch We Will Bury You Muslim Revan Lone Gunman next turn. And Arsenal would be pretty big. Sadat still to come out. Oh, that's clever. World peace. Well, let's begin cooing then. Let's go Argentina. Okay. And now we may want to use We Will Bury You to drop Defcon and then counter coup in Africa. A 3VP swing for control retention isn't too shabby. Oh yeah, now we can't coup, can we, with We Will Bury You? The Doi. So what do we like? What does the coup on Nigeria look like? 2/3 of the time we clean them out. Half the time we regain control. Yeah, let's gamble. I like it. Be lucky! That's lucky. Please do tell me you have Africa scoring. UN intervention's still in the deck, so we can event We Will Bury You in the headline next turn to drop Defcon and use UN intervention to ditch Muslim Rev if we get dealt it. So it's not a shabby UN intervention gambit here. They did have Cult Rev. So now we will event Alliance for 4VP. Do you have Africa scoring? I do hope you do. That would be lovely. They do. That's the game. Well, that was a turnaround. Well, I can feel the waves of rage of Donzo, who's in chat right now, telling me off about earlier turns. He is going to be like, he's going to be rightfully cursing me out. But that was very silly. Very silly. Well, let's continue to ride the wave of good feeling. For those who didn't listen to me and Francie Pants talking yesterday, I'm going to take the opportunity every time I record between now and January to plug his tournament, which takes place on Martin Luther King Day, which is around the weekend of, I think he said the 18th, 19th of January. For those who are prepared to play Grand Slam style tournaments, what is it, 4-8 in a weekend? It's something crazy. But do Francie Pants a solid. If you want to play some games, look up the tournament. It's called the Kings Tournament because it's Martin Luther King weekend and they've got the whole No Kings protest, which is going really well for America right now, isn't it? Let's be honest. Thanks to my opponent who was very unlucky. Hooray for a victory, which will be raising Donzo's blood pressure as we speak. I will see you at some point in the near future. There's definitely a game on Saturday. I'm playing Pedro Saturday morning. I am trying to rearrange my game with Harry that I had to reschedule on Saturday. They'll always be in the live streams on the Discord. But thanks as always for telling me how lucky I am. I know, and I will see you again at some point in the near future. But thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.